Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Quad, my favorite part of every Smash tournament. I'm
Really?
so excited to get into more of these matches.
Yeah, it's going to be very nice. We were just informed by Wolfric, our fantastic TO, shoutouts to Wolfric, that we're going to be getting a couple of the losers round 3 and 4 matches of Wave A before we move on to the Wave B matches, which are going to the round 1 is going to start out there. We'll see how that goes for sure.
Yeah,
but,
y'all got to check the Start GG for that one. Exclamation point bracket.
Indeed.
But we're going to keep you up to date on some of these later pools matches, which honestly, I'm super down for.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little rough watching those round 1 matches because you're like, it's MK Leo versus Little Man 23. Like, it's just...
Poor little man.
He's a little man.
You gone too soon?
But whatever the case, that's not going to be our problem today. We're going to be far enough in that it will be fantastic all the way around. And let's talk about that quad stream real quick.
Oh, yes. It's gonna be
I've been saying this for a long time. The quad stream, as far as I'm concerned, is the future of Smash broadcasting. And not just Smash, esports in general. It's so good for giving people the opportunity to be on stream for VOD reviews, to show their friends so you can expand the audience that they just never would have had before. People like me, who I go 2-2 in a tournament, I'm never on stream, but now I have that opportunity, and there's so much that comes out of that, and it's so interesting for the viewers as well.
It definitely does provide a lot of, like, that's, in my opinion, the biggest thing. Being able to go back and look at your own gameplay is always something that I've personally advocated for. Like, if you need to improve in your own gameplay, just go watch it. I don't care if you lost. I know too many people in the Smash scene who are like, oh, I can't watch my own losses because, like, it hurts. Don't get over yourself.
Yeah, that's how you learn.
Yeah.
And no one does the quad stream better than Tempest.
It's
Tempest
true.
stream has been killing it all weekend so far, continuing to kill it. You know, I work with a lot of broadcasters at these events, as I'm sure you do as well.
Oh, yes.
And in my experience, Tempest has been the best broadcasting experience I have had with anyone I've worked with.
Tempest is really good. I've worked with them at Lake of Rage was, I believe, the first tournament where I worked with them. I did Sundown Saga with them. I did... there was another one, like, in between those two regionals. I don't remember which one, but I know...
Keep It Chill?
Yeah, Keep It Chill was, I think, after Sundown? No, it was before Sundown. I'm getting everything out of order at this point, but that's fine.
Whatever the case.
The point is, I've worked with a lot of producers, both like in the online, like Overwatch gigs that I've done, and the offline Smash and other fighting games that I've done, and Tempest is up there for sure. Like
I love these guys. Every time I go to an event and I see that Tempest is going to be running the stream, I'm like, yes. I know it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. And the VODs are going to be saved.
Yeah, the VODs are going to be saved.
Partially because of the quad, partially because the mainstream is just very high quality stuff. It's just good times all around.
They're also just easy to work with. Like, have you ever had, you walk up to do your block and you're trying to figure out, okay, who do I talk to? When am I on? When am I? And there's just some guy, he's like, you've seen the type. They're just like here. They've got their headphones on and they're supposed to be running the stream. Every once in a while, a hand does this.
Yeah, yeah.
No, Tempest is great. They're super friendly, super effective.
Yeah.
Huge shout out.
It's just been fantastic working with them for sure. And I mean, bringing them here for Back in Blood made a lot of sense personally. I mean, they did help with Major Upset as well. I just remembered that because we casted together Major Upset. How do we forget this?
We keep doing that.
They keep putting us together, man. It doesn't matter if it's Back in Blood. You were the melee quad there. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Tempest does all sorts of stuff. They're not just ultimate like what we're seeing here.
Yep.
But speaking of things going on with Tempest and with other people, Gambit Showdown. We lost it real quick.
They're going so fast.
wait, I want to talk about this Ghost in a Cup thing real quick.
Okay.
These guys, first of all, scan that QR code before it's too... No!
It's gone. It's gone.
They're playing Speedy Gonzalez.
I didn't set the speed.
I'm just going to keep talking about Ghost in a Cup real quick.
Do it.
These guys, super cool. I love that we have this sponsor. Check the QR code on the screen. Yeah, there we go. You might have to check it real fast, but
It's in the web app. I can't control it.
Oh no!
So no.
You see, their Instagram is on there, and I'm sure if you Google Ghost in a Cup, you will find it. They have ethically sourced coffee from Guatemala.
Yo, shout outs to Guatemala.
I'm a huge fan of ethically sourced things in our current
Yes.
economy. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in the media, so I love when I see a company who actually takes that stuff seriously and makes active steps to get good product in an ethical way.
Absolutely.
And the owner of the company
nice.
roasts all of the beans himself. So you know it's going to be high quality.
That is a lot of effort to go through, but it's much appreciated for all those coffee enjoyers out there, for sure. And speaking of other sponsors we have here, it was brought up very briefly, but Gambits,
Yeah.
obviously. Fun fact, we're actually in the mall a couple doors down from Gambits in that direction. Gambits supplies a lot of the Switches for this tournament. They have a weekly here in Portland in the mall in Lloyd Center, I think this place is called. Yeah, it's called that.
It's such a cool location
It
having
is
this
very
mall
nice.
here. I remember finding it at Major Upset, being able to come down here, grab some food afterwards. And they took it a step further today. We're just in the mall.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome.
It's great because we are like across the street. Major Upset was right there. It was right over there. I'm pointing directly at the hotel where Major Upset was like a couple months ago.
Yeah, that was a great tournament.
It was
Really
so much
excited for the
fun.
next one. Hopefully they have us both back to commentate.
That would be fire. I would definitely be down for that. Just
so, Wolfric, if you're listening.
not doubles, please.
my man. No, what do you mean? Doubles are great.
I'm glad people enjoy doubles.
I'm a big doubles fan.
I have a headache when I try to cast doubles. I'll be
Oh, you
entirely honest.
would have loved my block earlier.
Oh my! I'm sure I would not have.
No, it was a great time. We had a really exciting doubles bracket. Honestly, my favorite part was watching Jaja.
I would die. I would die.
Yeah.
We just had Dylan over here suggest that I do a doubles quad.
Yo.
In which case, again, I say, I think I would just die.
I would love
I think
a
my
doubles
brain would
quad.
melt. Way too dank. Yes. Yes. Just there's no other way of putting it. Oh man.
All right, I believe in a couple seconds we'll be getting things started here. Here's my man Wolfric.
All right, excellent. According to Wolfric, they kind of just kept starting matches
People
for no
are too
reason.
excited.
People are way too excited to get through bracket today, man.
We apologize for the slight delay here. We will get it sorted. We'll have a few more matches for you in a moment. Speaking of which, now we got the quad view up.
Wow.
This is what I'm talking about. This is so cool. You can't not like this. You got King DDD, Pokemon Trainer, Olimar, Rainbow Cruise.
Rainbow
there's a chance.
Cruise. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was legal in Melee for like a day or two.
They made that mistake precisely once and never
again.
I will say,
rightfully so.
Hazards Off Rainbow Cruise is a pretty fun semi-competitive stage.
Don't even say semi-competitive. It's just fun. Like it's really fun. I will say there's a lot of stages in this game that I have a lot of fun playing, but like very obviously never gonna be tournament legal. You know? Like,
There's
I am. It's corny as hell to say, but I love the Great Cave Offensive. It's
Based.
so funny.
Based.
I love it so much. I also really like Temple. That's a classic, like the Temple of Time or whatever, the Zelda one.
Yeah, there's a lot
That's
of
fun.
really great ones. Hyrule Fight Club, real ones, no.
Hyrule Fight Club.
Oh yeah, I'm loving this music too.
Yeah, we're just vibing out
Just
here.
hanging out, having a good time.
I feel like this bit comes up at least once every time the two of us cast together, where we just start jamming.
Yeah, everybody get your cat jams, your sour please in chat.
Shoutouts to the mainstream. Shoutouts to twitch.tv/satellite smash.
Oh, I see JoJo
Oh, wait,
and
this is
Herb.
Portable Headphone Dance Floor? I love this album. All right, shoutouts to 2 Mellow, Portable Headphone Dance Floor, out now on streaming platforms everywhere.
Ooh,
I'm
okay. I see
I'm
the
a
sim.
huge fan of 2 Mellow. Like, Memories of Tokyo To and Sounds of Tokyo To Future are both in, like, my top 4 albums of all time. That's my goat? Yes, sir. But, yeah, I love the Tokyo To albums. This year, I Lose My Mind was a lot of fun. Midnight Broadcast is an older one, but I really like that album too. I really like Too Mellow. If you like Jet Set Radio, if you like the music from that game, go listen to Memories of Tokyoto and Sounds of Tokyoto Future. Banger albums.
All right, I see some people stepping up to get games started.
I recognize Terra.
I want so badly to like poke the bear because they're kind of close to me, but I'm gonna be good and not do that.
Yeah, let's maybe not. So I see Terra over here, who I'm familiar with playing the Wolf. I don't know much else about him, but he plays Wolf and he's pretty damn good at it. I think number 7 on the most recent PR in Oregon. Terra.
Oh, wow, he is locked in.
Yeah, he's locked in.
He doesn't even notice you.
Over on the other side, I see Xavier, or at least I saw Xavier. Where is Xavier? There's Xavier. Yep, Xavier's over there. Another fantastic player from around these parts here in Oregon. What? What?
I've got nothing to say.
You've got nothing to say. It looks like you have something to say.
Absolutely nothing to say.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, damn right.
My man is an esports fiend.
Yeah. Yes.
Bro.
Yes. I'm watching. Get the Jesus
Nothing.
Christ.
Absolutely no thoughts. Head empty.
Dude, if esports didn't exist, my head would be empty.
I feel that.
Yeah, this is an obsession.
We got Big Daddy Nom Nom.
No exaggeration. This is an
It's penguin time.
obsession. It is penguin time. I'm actually really excited. I love watching Big Daddy Nom Nom play.
So do I.
And that's not even just because, like, I'm not even just saying that because he's, like, my boss or anything like that. No, I genuinely just think he's super fun to watch.
Wait, he's your boss?
I mean, not officially, but, like, he runs the tournament series that I am most... That I, like, broke out at, you know?
I got you.
He runs Daddy's Den. All right, we got the first game down here starting. Finally, Xavier versus...
All right, let's get into this game. We're going to have some other ones coming in momentarily, but we don't see a lot of Sephiroth these days.
Yeah, I'm a big Sephiroth fan. Fun fact, but this was actually the character that I popped off hardest for when they got announced in this game.
I tried so hard to play this character.
Yeah, me too.
They're too hard, and I suck too bad.
Man, I still play Sephiroth for funsies these days, but I did end up swapping to Byleth eventually. But yeah, this character, very much not easy. This extreme glass cannon, right?
And
that's exactly the problem. The moment you get your win condition online, that being the wing, you're also already in danger of dying. Especially like when you're near the ledge like that, you're just going to die. You're taking too much knockback.
Yeah, I really feel like the thing that makes this character so hard to use and hard to like feel good using is the fact that you don't have wing half the time.
Yeah.
And without wing, I think Tweak was the one who worded it this way in like a podcast or something. He said, your goal with Sephiroth is to stay alive until you get wing, and then you can play the game.
Yep. And the problem with staying alive until you get wing is that once you get wing, you're going to die very quickly, just like that. Xavier, though, we've been talking a lot about Sephiroth so far, but I do want to talk a little bit about this Wii Fit from Xavier. This has just been very impressive so far. The effective use of the deep breathing to the point where obviously the minuscule amount of healing isn't that significant, but eventually it gets to the point where it's like, wow, this is constantly a problem.
Yeah, it adds up.
Yeah.
There we see the deep breathing again, and just the damage boost you get from that move is so oppressive. Like, you think this character has no damage output until they get deep breathing.
God.
But you don't even need it in that situation. And
I mean,
now,
he had it, but...
Now we can see we got a couple more matches started up as well. In the top left, Terra versus Kid President, hashtag not mine. And in the bottom left, we got Yash and my boy, Big Daddy Nom Nom.
Let's go.
I can't help but be a little excited when I see the penguin on screen.
Oh, I absolutely love to see these, like, underrepresented, like, heavyweight characters, you know. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the Charizard, who you will hopefully see a little bit of from Yash here. But Big Daddy Nom Nom, very much known for this King DDD pick. Yeah, man, I should have worn my Yeehaw Yeehaw t-shirt.
We saw a lot of PT in doubles.
Yeah?
Yash being amongst them, doing very well. Unfortunately, not able to clutch it out in the latter stages of top 8, but still put on a great show. Reminded us that this character is still raw, despite what Leffen will tell us. And that down air proving to us why. I love that move. The suck from...
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
Working as so many different options there as a reflector is just
I just
an
like
annoyance.
to see the anatomy of the inside of him to turn around projectiles like that. Like, is there some sort of air tube that just redirects them? Is it just the raw penguin power?
I'm pretty sure it's like the same as Kirby, where it's just a pocket dimension inside. That's canon, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, man. The whole series is just so wild. And at the moment, unfortunately, that pocket dimension is not proving to be enough for Big Daddy Nom Nom, as Yash is just staying slightly ahead. A nice amount of damage on Nom Nom, and it's continuing to rack up here. Can he do anything to keep this from getting out of hand?
I mean, it's possible, but again, this is... I would still call this relatively close, because, yeah, Big Daddy Nom Nom is at a pretty big disadvantage in terms of the damage, but it could change real quick. By the way, update over on the other side in the bottom right, Xavier takes game 2 over Hehe.
Absolutely. I believe this is all best of 5 today.
Yep.
Very excited about that. I always love the all best of 5 formats. It's really difficult to make it run, but I trust Wolfric. He knows what he's doing. It's going to be a great day, giving people the opportunity to play a little bit more than usual. Yep. There's been a lot of stuff going on lately with like alternate ways of running brackets. I was at Invincible 7 in Madison last week, and they had a fascinating thing where there was a 2-day event for the regional, and you played all the way through pools like you normally would on day 1, and then there's like the top cut for day 2.
Right.
However, everybody who got eliminated is put into one of, I think, 3 other brackets.
Okay.
There was O-Tours bracket.
Uh-huh.
There was the, like, 1 tours, 2 tours, I think. And then there was the greater than 2 tours but got eliminated. It was something like that. And then everybody played a whole separate double elimination bracket on day 2.
Not bad.
And it doesn't slow down the other bracket so long as you have enough setups.
Right.
Because all those people are still in their normal double elim bracket.
Now, real quick, I wanted to point out, down in the bottom right, Hehe with a little bit of a character swap here. We went from the Sephiroth, which didn't really work in the first couple games, but now we're seeing the Min Min definitely trying to utilize these ridiculously long disjointed hitboxes to, you know, just box out Xavier in a way that he can't get around. But Xavier doesn't care that much so far.
Yeah, it's a very similar character archetype to what Hehe was playing before. I imagine if you went deep into their pockets, you'd see a lot more of that spacing. Like, this person's probably got a Byleth, right?
Probably. I mean, I got both a Byleth and a Sephiroth. Neither of them are good, but I have them both.
Well, unfortunately for Hehe, it seems like his aren't quite good enough either. Xavier is finding a way around all of those options, comboing off of the volleyball as well.
All right. 2 stocks apiece down there. But, you know, there is one set that's been happening that we haven't really been talking about, and that is Terra versus Kid President.
Yeah, in the top left. They have just been kind of fiending in the corner. Terra consistently doing very solidly in this set. I imagine we'll continue to see it go that way. Kid President has been struggling to adapt a little bit, so we'll certainly keep our eye on that. But meanwhile, Hehe potentially on their last stock on the bottom right of the, I don't know if this is winners or losers side, but definitely of the set.
I believe it's losers. I'm not sure, though.
So potentially their last stock of the tournament finally.
I mean, that's a good up
back.
smash. Finally finding that hit is so nice. But that's deep breathing. That's a forward throw off stage, and Xavier wanted that. He wanted that real bad. Terra takes game 2.
And these up smashes coming out from Xavier.
There it is.
Not going to be enough. Excuse me, from Hehe.
Xavier is going to take that 3-0. God, this Wii Fit is so nasty. I genuinely really do love watching Wii Fit. I tried to play Wii Fit for a long time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I back before quarantine started, granted, I was playing this game much more casually at the time. I wasn't really going to tournaments. I was just kind of playing with my brothers and messing around, but I did quite enjoy playing Wii Fit for a time.
It's a very funny character to exist.
Oh, yes.
It's kind of like the same thing as Piranha Plant, where it's like, why is this in the game? I'm a big fan of those kinds of characters. Oh my goodness, on the bottom left, for those following along, down air to up air didn't kill at 200. Fun fact, King Dedede is the hardest character in the entire game to kill off the top. And we saw that coming in clutch there. Because he's a super heavy fastballer.
Yep. Very, very difficult to kill off the top in that case. But for sure it can be done. Oh, that was tough.
Unfortunate. Stock tanked so hard on that first stock, only to feel like it gets thrown all away in just the slightest little mistake, but it's not over.
No, definitely not. 103 on this Ivysaur could just evaporate at any given moment. That up air connects and he's dead, for example. Man, Dedede has such a hard time dealing with these Razor Leafs that keep getting thrown out, right? Because you can suck them up, yeah, but that puts you into a very immobile state for a couple seconds.
Yeah, Dedede neutral sucks.
Yes. Nice! Up smash!
That up smash, however, does not suck. Dig Daddy Nom Nom bringing himself back into the set in powerful fashion, but now you need to close out this stock. 65%, we'll just call that a Steve combo. And hopefully can get the opening that he needs before this gets out of hand.
And it might be too late already. Gets up to the stage despite that flame breath in the way. The fire, is that flamethrower? I assume that's flamethrower.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. It would be very weird if it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, there are other
there's like
fire-related moves.
No, it's actually Ember.
Yeah, way too big to be Ember.
Once again, Nom Nom staying alive off the top, but that fair coming down overhead, and Yash goes up 2-0 in that set.
Yep, going up 2-0, but in the meantime, Terra just won his 3-0.
Yeah, what perfect timing. Good stuff to Terra, taking the 3-0 over Kid President. I think he's going to have to run again next term because that's going to be the end for him. And now, Big Daddy Nom Nom and Yash on the bottom left going into game number 3. Nom Nom up against the wall here.
That is Pool B, by the way. I just noticed the thing at the bottom of the screen that says B. So I think Xavier and Yash both of their games were on
Tempest
B.
one step ahead of us with the production.
And I just didn't notice.
So the top two are currently slated for Pool A and the bottom two for Pool B. For those of you following your brackets, trying to figure out where people are. But in the meantime, we've just got one set going on, and that is Big Daddy Nom Nom and Yash as we find some more for that quad. So let's see, can Big Daddy Nom Nom make the adaptations?
Now, I'm not really familiar with Yash as a player, like what region or what he normally faces off against, but Big Daddy Nom Nom is well familiar with the Pokemon Trainer matchup. We, back in Eastern Washington, have JR, who is a pretty solid player, right? He's usually top half of PR whenever he's active enough in a season to make it.
I got so confused when you say that because, you see, we in Seattle have this player called JR.
Oh, yeah. So J, the letter J dot, the letter R dot is our Pokemon Trainer player. JAYARE is your guys' Game & Watch?
Yeah, Game & Watch.
Yeah.
To ask my man about Fish 3. He's got a document.
Shout outs to Fish 3.
He would love to tell you about Fish 3.
I actually have never heard the Fish 3 thing. I know it because I've seen it on Twitter and stuff, but I have never heard it from him. So I must.
JR, if you're watching this VOD, someone clip this and send it to him. Send my man Gedster your write-up on Fish 3.
Or alternatively, tell me at the next Cascadia Clash qualifier, Sweepless in Seattle.
That's true. You're going to be there, right, JR?
I like how we're just having a conversation with JR now on broadcast.
I trust the community. They'll send this to him. Just got to say something nice about him. JR, you're so handsome.
I'm sure that's true. I haven't seen a picture of him in a while.
Speaking of people who are handsome, oh yeah, my man's handsome.
Nom Nom?
Big Daddy Nom Nom is handsome.
Yeah.
Like there's handsome and then there's handsome.
It's true.
Gotta add an extra spice on Nom Nom's name. However, he's going to need a little bit more than everything nice if he wants to get himself back into this set.
Yeah, every interaction he has to be nice at this point. 132%. He has Rage to work with. It's just a matter of can he effectively use it? The answer is no. What a good reaction, though, from Yash to just punish that.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. I don't know if Nom Nom was going for some crazy footstool combo or if that was an accident. Unfortunately, however, it did cost him his stock.
Yeah, it just put him in a little bit of an unfortunate spot there. And now,
Oh, no. Okay, you're
okay,
good.
he's back. I thought I was so scared.
Hey, we penguin gaming out here. My man's a Batman villain.
Oh my god. I just read his tag. Oh my. This was a bit in the car yesterday.
All right, yeah, you guys carpool.
Yeah. Okay, so the carpool consisted of me, Big Daddy Nom Nom, Saint, and Joel Joestar from Siwa.
Joseph Joestar, the
Joel Joestar. He was
from my favorite anime, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Okay, man. I believe that is the reference. Yes. Yes. And by that I mean it's definitely the reference. I'm not foolish. Anyway, 78% on the final stock of Big Daddy Nom Nom's winner's side. Just needs to.
Oh, this is a
needs to
scary
find a way to close it out.
situation. Nom Nom's got that corner control,
No!
but the turnaround.
He went too aggressive.
Oh, so sad.
That's so tough.
He had to commit.
Yeah, he kind of had to. It's so tough that it ended up going that way. But we now have another Pokemon trainer on stream with Despa hailing from Southern Washington. Kind of goated guy, by the way.
Yeah, he's always an interesting presence in a Smash tournament. I love my man Despa.
I love Despa.
Never has a crowd been quite as hype as when Despa is in it. At the moment, however, having to overcome the Sonic and doing a pretty good job of it with these resets.
Yeah, finding that first stock onto Cryptic pretty quickly, actually. You would definitely take that. And I mean, any lead you can get against a Sonic means that he just has to start working for it. Because,
yeah, you see right there.
like, Sonic is a character that relies so heavily on baiting and punishing when an obvious mistake happens, right?
Yeah, for sure.
This is something we see Sonics do a lot. But the moment you get a lead on a Sonic, he suddenly has to make decisions, and then you can make the punish.
Yeah, being at a disadvantage is almost as frustrating for the Sonic player as being at an advantage is frustrating for everybody who's trying to play against a Sonic who's winning. Despa doing a really good job of playing patiently right now, but the same thing can be said for Cryptic. Hasn't been able to get that all-important stock, but very clearly showing the patience and the willingness to wait things out. I feel like Cryptic's getting hit not because of impatience, but just because Despa's playing better.
That's honestly very true. And I'll point out, we haven't seen Ivysaur at all yet. This has been full Squirtle the whole time. It's the turtle game.
I would love to know, well, I guess he is turtling, so it makes sense. But I would love to know what Despa's thought process is for why he's continuing to use Squirtle even at 97%.
I think he wants to keep up with the speed of Sonic, right? That's been like, that was almost crazy. But this has been, I would argue, almost like completely even, mostly because of this. Just Ivysaur cannot keep up with Sonic nearly as well. Charizard's pretty slow, but Squirtle, he might just have the maneuverability you need.
153 on this Squirtle. My man has maxed out defense and HP EVs and IVs to stay alive this long. I have never seen a Squirtle live this late. Oh, the back air not going to connect all the way, but he just up airs past the ledge. I feel like
not going for the options that would actually kill.
Despa's just so in control right now.
Yeah, this does not feel particularly close as it stands.
I have never seen a Squirtle with max rage in my life. Finally forced to swap to stay alive. He's right back.
And he's right back to it. Okay, he's gonna die. He's gonna die to it. Despa's laughing. He's having a great time. He's having a great time. But either way, at 160%, this kind of just feels like a matter of time. Cryptic, I mean, I don't like giving false hope, right? So I'm not gonna say, oh, it's possible, but it is technically possible, you know?
Yes, it is.
Like, will it happen? No.
I mean, Max Rage Sonic, get like some cheesy roll out into like fair thing like that. Okay, still not going to kill. I tell a lie, chat. I tell a lie.
Okay, yep, there it is.
Vine Whip.
Quit game. Squid Game.
Well, while that was going on, we got a couple more. Oh, three more.
I want to talk
exciting
about. I
sets.
want to talk about top left. I want to talk about top
Oh,
left.
you read my mind, mister.
I really want to talk about top left. You have no idea how much I want to talk about the top left.
You
set
and
right
I are on the same wavelength right now. I love my man J-Jot. No hate to Juice. Also, great guy.
I'm a big fan of Kazuya. I don't know who Juice is actually. I'm just a big fan of Kazuya Mishima. I know everybody hates
so I
this
see you got
character,
some
but he's so
bias
cool.
coming into this.
No,
I see how it is.
I like both of the.
No, see-
I like J-John, I like Kirby, and I like Kazuya. There's
See,
bias on both
See,
sides.
this works out. You're a Kazuya fan. I'm a honest character fan. We can make the bias commentary work.
Exactly.
So like I was saying, Kazuya sucks.
This character is bad. I
so
said
bad.
lying.
Oh, he's actually in a pretty bad spot right now. Yeah,
he's
you're
dead
just
for sure.
That's one thing about Kazuya. As much as he's got some serious nonsense, his disadvantage off stage can be exploitable.
It's very exploitable. And the other thing about Kazuya is the fact that, yeah, obviously he only needs that one opening to hit the 0 to death to take you into space and all that jazz. But at the same time, when Kirby's in advantage state, it's pretty overwhelming.
Yes, he is. Oh, and there you go.
You know what? We'll take it.
And we were talking about like really gimmicky, cheesy characters. We got a couple going on right
Oh yeah,
now.
we got a couple on this stream. We got a Game & Watch. We got another Game & Watch. We got a Rob.
I'm most excited about this Little Mac.
I'm with it.
I want to see what Proto can do.
Proto. Shoutouts Proto.
Someone
that's
ban
a
him.
Great tag. Why?
Proto ban him.
I know. I see what you did there, but like, why did you? This is not me asking why you would ban him. This is me asking why you would say that.
So, 2 stocks to 1. Not looking too good for our hero. I think Judgment did not come out in his favor. What a parry!
Not this time around.
We've actually got 2 Game & Watches going right now.
Yeah, we got
very different matchups.
Both of these are like extremely. I would argue these are the 2 best Game & Watch players on the West Coast. Like we got
Ooh,
Monty
okay.
and Bombastic. Like they're both absolutely fantastic, bombastic players.
Call me fantastic.
Mr. Bombastic.
Mr. Bombastic.
What even was that from?
This is
I can't
Biggie Cheese from back at the barnyard.
Back at the barnyard.
My man
okay.
Biggie Cheese.
Listen, man, I've never seen Back at the Barnyard.
Oh, I'd say you missed out, but that show was mid at best.
I think that might be the first time a joke has been told on broadcast, and Dylan has laughed. At least while I've been casting. That's great.
Oh, I just noticed J-John and Juice, unsurprisingly, have gone into Game 2 because that's how the format works.
I thought you were gonna say unsurprisingly goes to Town and City, but no, you
Also
went to
true.
you went to the Game 2 because that's how the format works.
It's the mix-up.
Okay,
No
but
one
this time
sees it
around, Juice
coming.
is gonna take the first stock with a good armored F smash on that one. Very
Okay, we got
looking,
combos?
Looking pretty solid so far, but man, Kirby has to be throwing off.
Oh,
Kazuya
no.
combos, right?
Oh.
Th-
I
this-
think so.
this- yeah, I don't know about that.
That was unexpected. Great reaction from Juice. Because it's not like that's even the hardest thing to do.
No.
He didn't snap to ledge. But just the awareness from Juice to turn that situation around so quickly. It's like that high-level player mental refresh rate. But now you might be dead.
Yeah, it's,
Oh, no.
it's possible for sure.
J-Josh struggling a little bit. Good reset there. And now you're scrapping with Kirby.
Bombastic Game 1.
Do not want to scrap with Kirby. What are these?
Yeah.
Oh my
The
goodness.
combos. There's a reason.
Aw.
There's a reason this guy's getting invited to Cascadia Clash. He's gonna be there. Shoutouts. That invitational is gonna be a very fun time.
I'm so excited for that.
Ooh,
Great
nice.
red shot there. And now this is basically an even game. And
Yeah,
we're starting to see
absolutely.
why. Across the stage, resets,
Uh-oh.
down tilts,
Uh-oh.
up tilts, down airs, more
Guys,
down
we need to
tilts.
ban Kirby.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, we need to
J-Josh.
ban Kirby.
I was.
What do you mean? What do you mean Kazuya is the problem? What do you mean Kazuya?
Nah, he missed the tech though. But he missed the tech.
Oh, he missed the tech. My fault.
J-Josh showing us all that it is not about the character, it is about the player.
Absolutely.
Had his win condition executed so well. Speaking of characters, we've got another low tier on the top right.
Yep. After losing the first couple games, Cryptic has decided no more Sonic. We're playing the Doc.
There is a doctor in the house, but can he cure his own condition of being down 0-2 against Despa?
Now I'm gonna take a little guess here and say probably not. But
No, he's winning.
I mean, he's winning right now by 30%. That's insignificant. See, now it's only 5%.
My man went to med school. He has the
See, remember 10 seconds ago.
that was a bit of a misdiagnosis
Remember
right
10
there.
seconds ago, Lentini, when you
Look,
said he was winning.
Misdiagnosis happens all the time. It's not a big deal. You just got to move on.
Yeah, all right.
There's so many great games going on right now. It's so hard to talk about just one.
Yeah.
And this is why the quad is awesome.
It's great. I mean, like, we obviously don't get to talk about all 4 of them, but it's great that we have the opportunity to talk about any of them at all. Plus, everybody gets the VOD saved. Just like that Despa sweep.
Yeah, unfortunately, the doctor, he got his medical license revoked. Turns out he did not actually go to college. He just put on a lab coat and made a really bad, basically mobile game for the Nintendo. Yeah, I said it. That game's trash.
Damn. That's harsh.
So we haven't talked too much about this game going on the bottom right, and that is Nesto versus Bombastic.
No, we
a
have
fairly
not.
fantastic set, if I do say so myself.
I mean, 2 characters that many find cheap or annoying, that I find, in both cases, kind of fascinating, actually.
Hot take. I've got no comments for you, except just hit it up with JR. You two are going to love each other.
I've met the guy at Daddy's Dens before.
Oh,
and
okay,
we've just very briefly talked before. I think I've maybe spoken to him for a total of 3 minutes.
So once again, we have 2 Game & Watches going at once. Make that 1 Game & Watch going at once. 2 2-0 situations, both in the favor of the Game & Watches.
That's insane.
Is Game & Watch the best character in the game? Yes, and that's why we're going to talk about J-Jaw versus Juice in the top left.
What a
Getting
transition.
down to the wire
What a
here.
phenomenal transition. I cannot believe that what you just said was a real sentence spoken on broadcast.
Great coverage from J-Jaw in an awesome situation here, saying, yeah, how you like that? Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh. That was
That's-
Juice. I'm not going to say anything. They can do this how they want.
Yeah.
Looks like J-Jaw's going to let him continue.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
I mean,
Like,
honestly,
me personally, in an instance like this, I would have let it continue anyway. Like, just saying, yeah, just end it is... no.
J-Jaw's a really good sport. Wants to have fun.
Yeah, he's a good...
And let's be honest, he's in a pretty strong position right now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he's worried about losing the set, so you might as well play it out and have a good time.
I mean, we keep bringing it up. It is Kazuya Mishima himself. This is potentially one you could lose, but
That
it
was so
won't
cool.
be. J-Jaw does end up closing it out 3-0.
Found the one
My man.
opening. Great stuff to J-Jaw. 3-0 over Juice. Kazuya is a very difficult character to deal with in neutral.
Yep.
Kirby has a great punish game against the character, but can really struggle to get things started. Has to play so carefully around that electric. But J-Jaw showed the skill, did a fantastic job in that set, and will be moving forward.
Well done, J-Jaw.
So we're
Well
going to have a couple sets setting up right now.
Yep.
I see my goat Sheep off in the corner,
Let's
ready
go.
to go.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
good stuff to J-Jaw.
J-Jaw. Once again, everybody, watch that insanely talented kid compete later this year at the Pacific Northwest's premier
Yeah.
invitational Cascadia Clash.
Speaking of
It's gonna be lit.
invitationals, did you see that new invitation that's coming
Yes!
out?
Oh my word! And Port's like collaborating
Yeah,
with them.
the collab
That's
with
so
Port.
exciting.
I know we're not even sponsored by them, but y'all go do your port
Yep.
your port signups before it's
Yep.
too late. Get that
Go
early bird
register for Port
registration.
Priority. I believe that opens it either opened yesterday, it opens today, or it opens tomorrow. And by the way, speaking of Cascadia Clash, Tempest is doing production for that.
So you know it's going to be a banger.
So it's gonna be a banger.
That's what I keep saying. If Tempest is on the event, it's going to be a banger.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I love these guys. I'll show for them every day of the week.
I mean,
I love
why
Tempest.
not, yo? Like they're good. They're good. And I mean, you get to work with them more than
I
most.
do, yeah. I'm in a really privileged situation where I get to go to Tempest's locals. We get to do the quad at locals.
Which
on
is like,
Tempest's, go follow Tempest's YouTube channel or their Twitch channel, all that stuff. You know how to find them.
I mean, do
Catch
they
me
know
at the
how to
locals.
find them? Do they know how to find them?
It's Tempest Stream.
Tempest Stream.
There you go.
That's it. That's it. That's all you need to know.
You can find the socials as well.
Wait. You know what? We have Taizai over here. You can put him in the chat himself.
There we
There we go. Shout
By the
outs
way,
to Twitch chat.
I've got something very important to add to the
Shout
chat.
outs to Twitch chat.
Wait,
I
what?
did not tweet that I was going to start commentating.
Shoot,
I'm just not realizing.
What stream are we on?
I believe this is Gambit's Hobbies. It is Gambit's Hobbies.
I have to add some important contributions to the chat.
Yes, there it is.
Oh, look, it's me.
It's you. Real.
There we go. I want to make sure that we can keep everybody's attention. Let me just
All
throw
right.
that in there.
So bottom left here we have Luis versus Merp. All right. So I don't know either of these two personally particularly well. But like in the limited interactions I've had with both of them, they're both very wonderful people.
Yeah, Louis Money, of course, a top seed in this tournament. And interesting to see the Rob. However, for me, not super surprising because Louis just absolutely dumpstered in doubles using this Rob.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Louis Money, obviously known for the Palutena, right?
Yeah, of course.
One of the best players in the state of California. Shout outs to the state of California.
I just noticed we have one of the most rare duos you could possibly have, Isabel and Villager, on stream at the same time. Obviously slight differences, but how often do you see two representatives of this character? I know Sheep very partial to the Isabel.
Oh yeah, Sheep definitely enjoys this character.
You know what happened with Sheep? You know why Sheep plays this character?
I got no idea.
Sheep was a Bowser Jr. main.
Really?
And started messing around, struggling with feeling like the character's not really working too well. I mean, popped off with the character, great player, don't get me wrong, but could feel the weakness of the character and was like, all right, I need to pick up a top tier. Well, in the meantime, Sheep was just screwing around on Elite Smash and all that stuff with the Isabel. And slowly, their Isabel started to get better. And then it started to come out in friendlies. And then it started to come out against round ones. And you see where I'm going with this. Because all of a sudden, Sheep realized that their Isabel was better than their Bowser Jr. And they were having more fun playing the character. So they said, screw the Palu with all the top tier nonsense. I'm going for Isabel.
And I mean, fair enough. If you're having fun on a character, then you may as well just commit to it. And if it happens to be better than your other character, great, you know?
And LGD Merp, on the other hand, also showing the Villager prowess. I'm excited to see how these players do throughout the tournament. Both of them have difficult matchups here against Bombastic and Louis Money. Louis Money maybe being the worst of the two draws, but...
maybe a little, but... And that's not Bombastic, that's Kronos. That is, in fact, Kronos. I carpooled with him from the airport to the B&B last night.
Okay, that makes so much more sense. I was about to say, why is he playing Snake? I guess that answers my question.
No, yeah, but anyways, there goes that first game. Kronos going to take game one against Sheep. And Luis going to take game one against Merp.
Oh, wait, Bombastic's in the top right.
Yeah. I think it was a little bit of a production error, but honestly, it happens to everybody. Happens to everybody. No big deal.
Oh, and Edog, my man. Edog tears up my locals. Definitely going to be a little, I won't use the term biased, but...
You're biased.
A little bit...
You're very biased.
Verbally favoring Edog.
Okay.
Not biased, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Edog, very competent player. I see the Barbie tag. The Barbenheimer week is upon us. I don't know if you guys are out all in chat going and watching Barbenheimer, but get your t-shirts, get your popcorn. I saw some great Barbenheimer t-shirts, by the way.
Dude, it's still so absurd to me that those came out on the same day and everybody just collectively decided, yeah, this is a thing now.
Humanity is a groupthink in the best possible way.
A hive mind.
Okay, good. Looking around at these matches, we've got a lot of diversity right now.
Yeah, there's
I feel
a
like
whole lot going on.
like no character is represented twice. The closest we've got is Villager and Isabelle, and they're honestly pretty different characters.
And I mean, but they are pretty similar in one aspect. And you want to know what that is?
They're bad.
They're going to the blast zone a lot.
Oh yeah, they are. Kronos and Louis Money doing a good job of showing us the counterplay to these characters. Both of them struggling a little bit with, honestly, in my opinion, most aspects of the game. I don't feel like they're particularly bad in any one aspect with the combo game or the neutral or anything like that. It's just that they're
That
kind
was
of
an
meh.
absurd rocket.
Right? Like they're
from-
kind of meh.
They are kind of meh, but I will say Sheep is doing a much better job this game of keeping up with Kronos' antics. Like just now we saw them maneuver under the stage, send a rocket up through, and hit Kronos from below, allowing them to recover, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, but then you get up tilted.
But then you get up tilted because this character can up tilt you, and a boot to the head means top blast zone.
You know another similarity I'm seeing between these games? Both Louis Money and Kronos' game plans revolve so heavily around projectiles. And both Sheep and Merp have been doing a great job of using Pocket against that. And it's interesting to see the different ways Kronos and Louis Money choose to go about dealing with that. Kronos not really afraid of those grenades getting grabbed, but Louis Money, on the other hand, not really throwing that gyro out
my
much
God.
at all.
Yeah, definitely not. Instead, the rotor arms are going to be a very powerful tool of choice. A very slow-moving character like Villager in the air is going to be hit by those rotor arms. The side Bs are going to kill very early off the side. And speaking of games being taken,
What just happened?
that dog.
Why did Sheep not get hit by that explosion?
Yeah.
I'll have to watch the VOD back
Honestly,
later. I don't know what happened there.
This game is ever so slightly janky sometimes.
Ooh,
That was
Sheep's maneuvering through.
that was partially Sheep maneuvering and partially Kronos just not finishing the F tilt for some reason.
So you know how we were talking about how Sheep used to be a Bowser Jr. main?
Back to Bowser Jr.
What is with these Isabelle Villager players and having a Bowser Jr.? Got my man, was that Morton?
But you said earlier Murph was a Bowser Jr. player before the.
No, that was Sheep.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
Oh wait,
Apparently they
now
both-
I'm getting them mixed up.
How do both of
My
these
fault,
players
my fault, my
have
fault, my
both a Bowser Jr. and an Isabelle / Villager?
That is really funny, actually. That is
Alright.
exceedingly funny.
Well, my man Norton out here trying to get his antivirus.
It's Morton, not Norton.
Oh, did you hear a who?
What?
What?
What are you talking about?
Oh, did you not know that one? Horton Hears a Who?
I know
Am I
Horton Hears
dating
a Who.
myself?
No, I know what Horton Hears a Who is. It's the,
No.
it's the story, the Dr. Seuss story about the elephant and the flower.
Yeah, and right now Merp is trying to take Louis Money to Tim Hortons.
I can't do this. I can't. Kronos versus Sheep is starting game 3. I had to get it away any way possible.
I am just absolutely fascinated by like the idea of the game plan that Kronos in the bottom right has to play around Sheep. The projectiles are such a gift and a curse all of a sudden in this matchup. It's kind of like when you see the Ness matchup that every Snake player says is impossible.
Yep.
It's a very similar feeling, just on a lower scale.
Yeah, absolutely. Side note, I find it really funny that Snake players have like trouble with the Ness matchup because if you think about it, it is a canon super soldier who has like literally dismantled governments and is capable of like world domination and such against a child with some magic.
Yeah. PK Fire!
Yeah, it's very funny.
One thing I'm noticing here, both in this game and in all the games so far, let's see if they make a liar out of me. No, sure enough, Sheep is not getting got by those mix-ups. Every time there's a tech chase situation, a down throw situation, Sheep has been consistently finding ways out of it to the point where there was one a second ago where Kronos literally just stood there for like 5 seconds after a down throw. Just like no idea what to do.
Yep. Luis is going to end up taking it over Merp in the midst of all of this, by the way. 3-0 in his favor. Merp definitely, we didn't point it out because we were talking about Sheep Kronos, but Mert definitely putting up a better fight in the third game going Morton near the end there.
The antivirus just wasn't powerful enough.
Uh-huh.
The Louis Money virus coming through, taking it 3-0.
Luis is actually so cool though. Like he's such a great dude. I'm very happy to have him here in the Pacific Northwest for so many tournaments. He could have been at Gommel, but he came here instead.
I just looked up and saw who's sitting down. I'm not going to spoil it for you, chat, but you've got a hype set coming up in a moment here.
Hot set alert.
Y'all are going to have to wait and see.
In the meantime, though, we got a couple more games here. One of them is very close to ending as well. Sheep versus Kronos, the only one we currently have on match point here.
Yeah, Sheep may be doing a good job of playing around Kronos' win conditions, but Kronos is doing a better job of playing around Sheep's, and in that war of attrition, Kronos is consistently coming out ahead. 91% on this.
Oh my. Well, that's one way to finish it. One thing I do want to point out about that matchup is that you were mentioning that both the Villager and the Isabelle were using Pocket effectively against their respective opponents.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with that is Kronos can just keep throwing out grenades, right? Obviously, and Snake doesn't really care about getting hit by his own grenades, right? As long as there's a damage trade involved, Snake does not care. He's winning that engagement.
Yeah,
he's heavier.
He's so heavy, like unless you're against maybe Bowser.
Yeah. Which is why Bowser is one of the tougher matchups for Snake, as a matter of fact, from what I've heard at very least. Super well done to Kronos. Going to be very exciting to see him moving forward in bracket here.
Oh, we're creating Mies. All right, and y'all can see who I was talking about. Solstep and Major will be coming on the bottom left, but we're not there yet. We've still got some work to do. Instead, we got two other great sets to keep y'all occupied. My boy Edog versus Bombastic happening in the top right.
Edog's up 2-0? This whole time?
telling
I
you.
haven't really been paying attention this
My
whole time.
man Edog's cracked.
Listen, I know Edog's cracked. I've known Edog is cracked. I just didn't know how cracked. You feel?
Oh, he's cracked. Like,
He's cracked.
We're talking like an egg that fell on the floor.
He is as cracked as he is jacked.
We're not going to look over.
You would not talk shit to this man at land.
Yeah, my man's got altitude as well. Like, you don't want to mess with this guy.
Definitely not.
Taller than Bayonetta and just as fierce. That's not true. He's a nice guy.
All right.
But
So I find it interesting, by the way. You mentioned earlier that Major was making a me because obviously he's been picking up the brawler for some of these tougher matchups. Down here in the bottom left, we're seeing, though, that he is still on this Ganon going up against Sawstep.
yeah, and honestly, doesn't look like he needs that me right now.
Oh, definitely not looking like it.
Like,
at the
I'm a
moment.
fan of making it at the beginning of the set. It makes sense. But so far, like, shoot your shot, King.
Nice. Good opening so far. Only having taken 4%. This is looking really good so far for Major. This is a guy who just continuously pilots, who is considered to be like the worst character in the game by many.
Don't tell him that. He disagrees.
I don't agree.
One of the few places where Major is wrong is his opinion of how good this character is. This character is so bad.
This character's bad, but I don't know, man.
He's so bad.
Major keeps putting up results. I might start believing.
Look, I love that the game is so balanced that it's possible to play this character, but that doesn't make him good.
Now, meanwhile, on the other side of that match, we have Pit. And Pit is another interesting character because I feel like he's weirdly slept on for how, like, fast a lot of his options are, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like he's a very difficult matchup for Major's Ganon. He's a neutral character, and that's something that Ganon really struggles with. He needs to get those openings, and he's just unable to do that in this matchup so much of the time. Meanwhile, you have the continuous issue where Sawstep is able to edge guard him so well, but that up smash, talk about things going so well, the placement.
Now, let's redirect our attention a little bit here because this game one might be coming to a close here, but we potentially have a set coming to a close.
Oh, yes, we
top
do.
Right, with Bombastic versus Edog, looking so close, damn near ending just then, but Sawstep taking game one over Major, and now we can focus up a little bit more on this Bayonetta Game & Watch
Yeah, this is a very tight situation for Mr. Bombastic. Not so fantastic after all. Biggie Cheese.
He hits that, though.
struggling.
Hits that, though.
He does hit that, and it's not over. Oh, I respect that. I respect it hard. If he got the 9,
I mean, if he gets the 9, then we take those, you know? You might be
you
down
gotta
90.
hold that.
You might be down 90%, but it does not matter.
No, he got a 1.
Unlucky. You know,
Once again, going for it.
we were discussing this in the car last night. We think that if you hit a 1, Ed wins 3-0. We think that if you hit a 1, you should just explode, like Kamikaze.
That would be very funny. I think the problem is the move's already so bad. Then again, it's Game & Watch. He doesn't need it. So
Yeah, I
make
was
him blow up.
gonna say if it's Game & Watch. I feel like anything you can do that would make him funnier is very well.
Wait, what if we just shifted all of the 9 effects up 1 number? So the insta-kill one doesn't exist, and then we replace the 1 with the one that kills you.
No, because I want the 9 to insta-kill, because it's funny.
It is a funny move, yeah, I'm a fan. And we can't do those brackets where it's like Game & Watch judgments back and forth.
Yeah,
and that is a very important part of the community.
Indeed.
I'm noticing, by the way, Major on the bottom left does
over
not
the Brawler.
have the Ganon going for Me Brawler instead. A nice amount of damage on that first stock, but Solstep's going to need a little bit more if he wants to come back into this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, again, why we've been ignoring it for some reason, but Terra versus Yash has been happening up there. This is a banger. This is a very good Wolf player up against a very good Pokemon trainer. And it's gone to game 4 already. Yash has to win this game, and so far he's doing a really good job of staying ahead.
Ooh, that up smash. I don't know if that was just the world's greatest SDI from Yash, or more realistically, if that was just Smash Ultimate being Smash Ultimate.
Thank you, Smash Ultimate.
I am so interested in... This is my first time seeing the Major Me Brawler. I'm so interested to see how much of it is just, I promise I'm not playing Ganon, right? Because he's just going to hard read the crap out of you with a better character. Like, see?
Like, Major, I was told, like, literally today that he had this brawler. I didn't know he had it. But apparently he's using it for those, like, extreme problem matchups for Ganon. Like Game & Watch, for example. That was the big one that I heard mentioned. But I did not really imagine that Pit would fall into that category. I mean, he seemed to be keeping up fine in the first game. I guess he's just a little bit... Maybe he just wants to make sure he gets this win.
Yeah, it's... The things that were getting him in the first game, every single stock was a low percent kill. And that doesn't happen when you're Brawler. Side note, his execution, this does not look like a secondary Brawler. He's so good with those landings.
Yeah, he's been very good on this character this whole game so far. Another nice suplex there. And
we need to get FTP on the mic to analyze this Brawler.
I'm with it. I've casted with FTP before. It was very scuffed because he wasn't supposed to cast. I don't know what happened to my caster that day. It was weird, but...
Sometimes casters just disappear. Yeah, FTP is probably off in the corner. Oh no, he's not popping off. He's too busy playing. He's playing against Sweepy.
He's busy gaming.
He's unrecognizable without his jacket on. It took me a second to realize that was him.
I mean, he's got pretty distinguishable
I
hair.
would like to point out, though, you know how he has the bright jacket?
Yeah.
He's still got a green shirt underneath the green jacket.
Yep.
That is dedication to the color scheme right there.
Major takes game 2, but up in the top left, we have a potentially very important set. Well, game here, obviously. We mentioned Terra and Yash earlier, but now it comes down to if Yash can close out this next stock, we're going to game 5.
Yeah, Yash is doing a really good job of answering back in this game number 4. Call him MK Leo. But unfortunately, it may not be enough with the way Terra's been playing all day.
Yeah, Terra's been on fire pretty consistently so far, at least from what we've seen.
And the Bear closing it out. Now he just needs a Wolf stock to make this game over. I hear the peanut gallery starting to pop off. They know what they think is coming, but let's see if Terra can execute. Up smash?
Looking decent to start.
I'm not sure what was going on from Terra there with the up smash. I feel like a lot better options, but maybe just going for a hard read on a jump.
I mean, if you can get a hard read on a jump like that, oh, it's over.
Speaking of hard reads, Major using those little reads on the bottom left just over and over in neutral and in these offensive situations. So hard to choose between watching both of these games.
Yeah, it's very difficult. And eventually the water gun is going to push Terra away, sending us to Game 5.
Yeah, sure enough, able to clutch that out. And now the onus is on Yash still to deal with the counter pick from Terra. Terra having that earlier win means that, okay, going back to PS2 it looks like. We got the music counter pick, so that's something.
I do like the music counter pick. It's very nice.
All right, everybody say nice things about Taizai in the chat. He's not listening.
Yeah.
You got 10 seconds.
Yeah, you got 10 seconds before he inevitably comes back to the stream.
I want you all to say that Taizai smells really good.
I feel like, how would they know that?
Trust. Taizai smells good.
How would you know that?
Don't worry about it. So game 3 from Sawstep and Major is continuing to go on. Major showing the prowess of this Mii Brawler. Maybe a secondary, but Major is a good enough player that even his secondaries feel like my primaries and then some.
Okay, but you also play a worse character.
That's true. I play a character who's worse than Ganondorf, actually. Look, I'm just using Major's words, like,
Wow.
oh.
That was impressive.
Oh. Okay, then. Major taking a statement there, forgetting that he's not playing Ganon. This is what I'm talking about. My man's just playing Ganon in a faster, smaller body.
Yep. I mean, he's going to do damage faster. He's going to get hit less easily. I mean, he still gets hit and loses stocks every so often. But, you know, we'll take it.
However, you're going to need to do more than that to win over Sawstep, who is answering back on this final stock, going for a little bit of cheese there. Careful not to get cheesed yourself, though.
Monty Despa at one apiece at this point. Despa equalizing just now. Very, very, very good game. Very close, too. But now, Major Sawstep, this last stock could come to an end on either side very quickly. The platform moving out.
Good positional advantage for Major, and the percentages are there for the kill. Can he find the opening? Going just for those spaced aerials, the shot put, forcing Sawstep's positioning a little bit. However, starting to get turned around. Oh, that's not safe, but no good punish.
Yeah, no punish there, but 127.
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
No, we're living. We're
Town
living.
and City very nearly spelled the end of Major there, but the walls were not thin enough, but in this case, they are. Sawstep clutching up.
The bargain bin flip kick, not enough to save Major, and that's going to be Sawstep going up 2 games to 1. But now we got to talk about what's going on in the top left. Terra versus Yash. We are on a game 5. No more do-overs for either of these players. It's all down to this.
Suki also taking the first game over Razine up in the top right. It's a very interesting matchup that I've just been kind of silently watching every so often. The Bayonetta and the Cloud is very nice. But back to Terra versus Yash, because this is game 5. And they're both fragile. Like, both of them could win this very quickly and efficiently here. 117 on Yash's Ivy right now. Out comes the Zard.
Roll behind up smash from Terra. It worked.
Once again, that goes through. Shoutouts to the mainstream, twitch.tv/satellite smash. There is a very exciting match happening there, at least in terms of characters and players. I know Spade. I don't know who Sticky is.
Yeah, y'all are, you wanted a quad stream. What if I give you a penta stream? You ever heard of multi-twitch?
Penta. multitwitch.tv/gambitshobbies/satellite smash.
Keep them muted, though. We've got better commentary.
Yeah. Terra takes it in 5.
Who did I just make fun of? Who's casting right now?
Yeah,
whoever it is, I was right.
It's Urf and Jojo to Hobo.
Oh, yeah, we got this easy.
I don't know if either of us clear Urf, but Jojo's a fraud.
Bro, I mean...
I'm kidding. I love you, Jonas.
Why you got to kick a man when he's down? He doesn't even have a house.
I love you, Jonas.
Jonas is the homie. So is Urf. Both great guys. Keep them muted, though.
Yeah. Now Terra taking it in Game 5 over Yash. Very close, but ended in a 2-stock in Terra's favor. That was like some 2017, 2018 Smash Ultimate right there. Wolf PT. Love to see it.
Yeah, we're going old school. Remember the days when Wolf was the most common character in the game?
I actually don't, but I trust you.
Once upon a time, and it wasn't close. Everybody played Wolf.
I mean, understandably so. He's really cool and really good.
Man, this has been such a slobber knocker in the top right. Suki versus Razine going so back and forth, down to 2 stocks apiece. Still a good amount of time in this set. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for the bottom left. Sawstep versus Major. Major potentially on the brink of a major disappointment.
Yeah, this
35%.
This could be elimination. This is the elimination stock for Major. He lost earlier. This is loser's side. And for a player who is as capable of qualifying for Cascadia Clash as Major is, this is disappointing. Shoutouts to Spade, who just won the set on mainstream.
Yeah, I'm a huge Major fan. I would love nothing more than to see this man make it into Cascadia Clash. And it's not over. I mean, even if he doesn't make it today, there are other days. There are vote-in opportunities.
One vote-in opportunity.
Yeah, a vote-in opportunity. But he is certainly on the short list of people who could make it in that way as well.
Absolutely. There's not very many, but he is definitely one of those players that everybody in the PNW just universally loves.
And here's his opportunity, starting to get something going. It's a long shot, maybe even a shot put that's going to put him over the edge. But he's got to make it happen right here and right now. And it's just so hard. Oh my God! It's so hard to scam Pit out of a stock.
Yeah, this would have to be an absurd clutch, and it's just not going to happen.
Unfortunately, he did not have the suit. He did not get the major comeback, and instead, he is going to be relegated.
I'm really sad. I'm actually really sad. Like, really well played to Sawstep. I can't be mad. Sawstep played phenomenally that set. 3-1 over Major, but man, I am sad.
Yeah, you hate to see it. I love both these guys, but you know, someone's got to go down, and in this case, it was Major.
Yep. Suki takes game 2 over Razine in the meantime.
Yeah, but Suki's been looking really strong in this set.
Yeah, her Cloud has just been phenomenal. Like, into Bayonetta, sometimes a kind of tough matchup. I won't be entirely... I don't think it's, like, one-sided. I think it's close, but...
It's a scary matchup.
It's a scary matchup, right? Like, Bayonetta, obviously a character who can just delete you at any given moment, and... doing a really good job of avoiding that is Suki.
Yeah, Cloud has a few matchups like that. Bayo certainly being one of the worst cases where if you get clipped the wrong way, it doesn't matter what percent you're at. You just die. It's like Smash 4 all over again.
Yeah, I can definitely see that being the case. But meanwhile, we have Despa versus Monty on the bottom screen, which very well could end momentarily here. Monty up to 2-1. And the damage lead definitely in his favor in Game 4.
Yes, it is. Despa on the back foot right now, but those PT comebacks are real. Y'all remember the Charizards of like the 2020, 2021 era. Oh!
Not happening this time. Monty's going to take it 3-1.
That's rough.
That is tough.
I thought, man, JoJo peeking out from the mainstream. What you doing?
What you looking at,
We put you in a cubicle for a reason. Stay in there.
Yeah, stay. Back. Back.
Okay, he sat back down.
Back.
It worked.
Back off.
No idea what's going on over there.
Bad, Jonas. Bad. I'm kidding. I love Jonas.
You think he has a brother?
Oh my God, I just got it. I just got it. Why do you do this to me?
I'm a simple man.
Too simple. If you're thinking about the Jonas Brothers in 2023, you're too simple.
Look, I'm a bit of a sucker, you know?
Yeah, was that also a reference I didn't get?
Bro, you gotta get up on your lore.
No.
Disappointed.
Anyway.
So, Razine Suki coming down to a much tighter game number 3. They've been pretty back and forth, but I feel like Razine has consistently just been a little bit ahead.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
You get back from that? That's absurd. Definitely having a better discipline than I do in terms of holding on to Cloud's double jump. I've actually picked up a lot of Cloud as of late. I've been playing this character a lot. And that's one of the things I'm worst at. Just holding on to that double jump is not easy.
That slide.
The slide, it low profiles the first hit. It doesn't low profile an uppercut, though.
Sliding into your DMs, but unfortunately, he got rejected pretty hard.
Yeah, pretty immediately, too.
Bayonetta wanted nothing to do with this boy.
Understandably so. Bayonetta can do so much better. I mean, have you seen her?
I believe the correct term is Slay Queen.
Indeed.
And slay she does. I've seen those games.
Oh, yes.
Currently trying to
Remember
slay this
Smash
Cloud.
4,
Oh, yeah.
where she slayed everyone?
Dude, we don't talk about it. Shout out to the Bayo apologists who pre-patch said she wasn't broken.
Oh, my word. Me when I am coping.
Me when I'm just straight up lying.
All right, so we got a couple more
we got my boy.
matchups inbound, right? We got JDV also. We got J-Jaw up there. I'm not sure who he's playing against right now, but it'll be interesting to see some Pac-Man on screen. I actually really do like Pac-Man. I think a lot of his tools are very interesting, both in their usage and their stage control, just generally.
Well, this is the opportunity for Razine to close it out in the top right. Let's not lose track of what we were talking about a second ago. 116. Oh!
You're dead? All right.
You just died to a Cloud throw.
Yeah, a Cloud throw is not usually the kill option you see.
Not even the game thought it was over. He's like, nah, he's living. It's Cloud. He threw.
It's Cloud. It's Cloud.
It's got something in the if statement. If Cloud is throwing, you're alive.
Yeah. That's tough.
Oh, it happens. Good stuff to Razine. Able to overcome what we talked about. Not necessarily a bad matchup, but a scary matchup.
Absolutely.
And move forward. And now we can talk about my boy, JDV.
And also though.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
Anyway, so JDV off to a fragile early lead. Make that a pretty solid early lead.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Meanwhile, I saw chat popping off a little bit for what's going on the bottom left.
Yep.
2 great games going on for the price of 1. Honestly, 3 with the bottom right Little Mac. But J-Jaw
Xavier
is back.
Saint?
Yeah.
That's my boy. I love
Why
Saint.
is his name so small?
Why is his name so
His
small?
name's so small.
His name is smaller than his confidence in himself. I'm sorry.
That was so mean.
That was me. Saint does Doom post a lot on Twitter, though.
All right, so yeah, we got a lot of great sets going on right now. I'm super JDV biased because he's my boy. I love to see this man succeed. I'm just waiting for his he's had some great breakout performances already at big events, but I'm waiting for his breakout performance.
Right.
His top 8 at a major performance because I know he's got it.
Oh,
in him.
absolutely capable of it. We have so many players in the PNW who are capable of it, and they've shown it so many times. Really good spike from Xavier, by the way, just now. But, I mean, we've seen, Jared is King getting 5th at Rise and Grind. We've seen Ouch getting 3rd at Battle of VC4. We've seen Big D getting 3rd at Smash Ultimate Summit, 2nd at Get On My Level last year.
And JDV has the ability to do the same. He just needs to tighten up a couple of little things with the out-of-region people that he's not used to fighting. He hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities to travel. He's still a pretty young guy. Doesn't have a lot of resources.
He's a young guy. He's younger than me.
Yeah, you're a little baby boy.
Yeah.
So JDV continuing to stay slightly ahead in this game 1. Looking solid. I like that little, I'll call it a wave dash off of the hydrant there. And when you're in this kind of position as Alsoda, it's just so hard to get in and catch up as JDV continues to nickel and dime so well.
Yep.
And there you go.
He'll take it eventually. Meanwhile, in the meantime, Xavier is going to take game 1 over Saint. Unfortunately for my boy.
And J-Jaw's
going to take game 1 over Ruff. All right. All games ending at the
3
same
in a row.
time.
I love that Kirby end animation where he's got
It's so
three of
cute.
them.
It's so cute. Dude, Kirby's Return to Dreamland is one of my favorite games ever. And I believe that's where that no. That's not where that victory pose came from, because that was like back in the original Kirby games too. But like, God, the full dance is so cute. I love it so much. I love Kirby so much.
If only he had that as a taunt.
That'd be fire. A really long taunt, but that would be fire.
I mean, they could just like make it cancelable. Bayo's got some kind of long taunts. Just commit. Commit to the bit.
Whoa! J-Jaw just died at 11.
Yeah, that was kind of out of nowhere. Also, rough on the It's a Me Mario coming out of
Mario.
the woodworks.
It's a me, Mario. That's not the voice. You'll have to wait to hear the voice.
That's one of the greatest Twitter clips of all time.
Really funny. I actually still haven't seen the Mario movie.
You have, dude.
I want to. I just haven't got around to it.
Okay, here's my take on the Mario movie.
Okay.
It is fantastic if
Okay.
you go with a group of people who get the jokes and are there to have a good time.
Yeah.
If you go with your coworkers who don't play video games, you're gonna hate it.
Did you go with your coworkers?
No, I went with like 15 gamers and it was awesome.
Let's go.
It was absolutely awesome.
Let's go.
It was a me making all the jokes. It was fantastic. And now Ruff trying to channel a little bit of that energy, but unfortunately, since dying at 11, J-Jaw has only taken 26 damage.
Yeah, this is he turned it around pretty quickly. This has been a game where J-Jaw has taken less than 40% damage. Make that like just a little bit over 50, but
But
yeah,
the fact
that's
remains, the parry into a kind of delayed down smash there. That was a little scuffed, but it's okay. You're allowed to make one mistake like that.
The down throw is fine there. There goes another parry. These have been so solid for J-Jaw. And now, good spot dodge though to avoid that grab. He's definitely looking for another up air, but not going to find it this time around.
I think Ruff was hoping J-Jaw would air dodge there, but he's playing Kirby. He has no reason to.
Yeah. Oh, there goes.
Okay,
yeah, there we go. Finally, J-Jaw taking game 2.
And it's easy to forget how much knockback scaling that move has. Because in early percents, it's such a great combo tool. It's like the best of both worlds.
Yep. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about Xavier versus Saint down in the bottom right here. We've been seeing, we kind of missed the entire second game, but Xavier did end up taking that one as well.
I believe it's Xavier versus Saint. I don't know why his name is so small.
It's really funny. It's really funny. Don't change it. Don't change it. Don't do it.
So Saint struggling a little bit in this matchup. Obviously, this character is bad.
Yeah, yeah. I would argue worst character in the game, which
Really?
sucks. I am a huge fan of Punch-Out. Like, we're talking, this is one of my favorite franchises Nintendo ever put out. The game on the Wii was like one of my favorites as a kid. I remember seeing Little Mac get revealed live for Smash 4 and freaking out. And then I played Smash 4 and he was bad. And then he was coming back for Smash Ultimate and I was like, maybe he'll be good in this game.
Nah, he's still
he's still bad.
The problem with Little Mac is he is fundamentally a character that if he's not really bad, then he will be absolutely absurd at low level and just super frustrating and obnoxious at high level. So he has to suck.
He has to. Oh my God! He literally just sprints up to you and lands a KO.
Forget sucking. He just went straight for the sucker punch on that one, and now for the first time in this set, in a good position to maybe take a game.
Okay, but finally the deep breathing does end up taking that stock away from Saint, but the damage is still going in his favor pretty definitively as it stands. Deep breathing off stage does not get the full connection. So.
If nothing else, able to stall a little bit, you know, throw.
Oh, but that's dead.
Doesn't matter.
That's dead.
Can't throw Saint off of Saint off of his game that easily. The down smash is going to work out, and we've got a last stock situation going on the top right. Still alive, but that was a close call for Razine.
He gets back just barely because of both of those hits of the up B, like connecting onto a bomb so that they wouldn't explode, but does he have any way of actually getting back onto the stage here? The
Also,
grab from
worth
Bombastic.
noting, as we continue to monitor this, that Alsoda is pulling out the Joker against JDV.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes on that. But this Cloud from Razine just won't die.
Nope. Just consistently staying alive until the fish connects.
Even
Still alive.
He didn't get fish 3. Okay, there we go.
There we go. The bomb will do it.
What a bombastic way for that one to end.
The bombastic.
Really fantastic.
All right. Yeah, there goes Saint. Yeah. Eventually, when you get hit off stage enough times, it's just like, okay, I'm gone. Goodbye.
Yeah, this game on the bottom right, a very important one for Saint, but the same can be said for Ruff on the bottom left, but doing a good job of answering back against Jaja.
Yeah, absolutely. He's doing something. He's finally putting together a couple stocks here and has a stock lead over Jaja.
Let's see if he can keep it. Jaja came back on the last one. Can he do the same this time? The onus is, even if he's got the advantage, the onus is still on Ruff here to make stuff happen. Jaja's got 3 games to work with.
He's got time. He's got, like, stage control. He's got
A pocket dimension.
A pocket dimension. He's gotten Alsoda to swap characters. Like, this is desperation mode, and so far, not panning out.
Okay, Jaja starting to make his move on the bottom. Oh, you
That's
got
tough.
caped.
That's tough.
That's like getting stick bugged, but so much worse.
All right, final stock situation between Xavier and Saint. But the KO punch could have done it all, but it doesn't matter.
Unfortunate
Xavier's
for
going to
Saint.
clutch up in the end. But
To exhale when exerting.
man, I gotta say it, man. Saint is so ridiculously hard on himself, and I know he's gonna sad post about this on Twitter later. But I am so consistently impressed by how well he does with Little Mac against characters that just
Yeah, this character's
wipe
buns.
the floor with him. Like, we fit Little Mac as he'll probably say it's an all right matchup for Little Mac. I'm just gonna say I don't think that's a good matchup. I don't think this is a good matchup for Mac at all.
While we're talking about this, did you see the movement in the top left from Alsoda using that hydrant to custom combo JDV?
I did not.
My
But
man
that
was
sounds
smooth
awesome.
criminal sliding across the stage right there.
You've been hit by.
You've been struck by Arsene
Struck.
back air.
Which is just a truck, I guess.
Yeah, it's just, they're synonymous.
Nice use of the hydrant there.
Ooh, the Earl's,
Earl's
melon. It was close. We weren't quite there. We'll get him next time, Tiger.
Yeah.
JDV holding all the cards right now. The straight royal flush.
Those are not cards, they're fruits.
You could, there's got to be like a card game that has like fruit-based cards, right?
Maybe.
Oh,
Wow, all
oh,
right, the reflected
oh.
hydrant barely reaches and kills JDV.
My man got skadooshed by that one. It was not
You're
close.
dead. You're dead.
Speaking of not close, yeah, once you get hit by that, it's just going to be over.
Speaking
and
of dead,
wow.
bombastic. That's it.
Yeah, just bombastic.
That's it, bombastic.
And that leaves us with just one man standing, or I guess 2 technically, in Jaja and Ruff on the bottom left. Oh, going a little cheeky with that one, trying to cover that close recovery that a lot of people autopilot to.
Yeah, for sure. At the back air, nicely placed. First stock finally being taken in this 4th game between Ruff and Jaja.
Yeah, a bit of a slower game. It took a little over a minute for that stock to go, which doesn't sound like a long time, but in this set, it kind of is.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Between these characters, one of which is so light that they can die consistently really, really, really early. A whole minute before a stock disappears is insane.
Ooh, great reversal from Jaja there.
That was absurd.
And now those early combos, not able to get too much off of it. Ruff just kind of holding out to stay alive. And then the pivot F smash, just not much you can do about that. But Jaja up an entire stock here. Let's see if he can close this out here if we're going to end up on a game 5. Meanwhile, let's not forget about what's going on the top right. Bombastic versus Razine. Both of these players fiending to move forward here. We've got 2-3 stocks here, a lot of game to be played, but Bombastic on the verge of closing this out against Razin.
Yeah, absolutely. This could be curtains for Razin's winner's side run. I believe this is winner's side. I don't remember. But either way, moving forward, it's going to be a little bit tough. Just trying to find any opening he can here, but Game & Watch so hard to get in on. That shield that he hits the back air onto immediately goes down. Out goes the up B.
And meanwhile, on the bottom left, Jaja was able to hold that 2-stock advantage and take it over Ruff pretty solidly in that game number 4. So now it's just on Razin to see if he can prevent Bombastic from doing the same.
So far doing a relatively good job, having a little bit of a deficit as it stands, but definitely not something that is insurmountable.
Now this is the really scary spot for Bombastic. How do you get out of the corner? Okay.
Like that. Exactly like that.
But
Spot
even
dodge
then,
and grab is so risky as an option, yeah, but it works.
But here's the thing, even then, the reason Bombastic got out of there and didn't die was because Razin got the read but mistimed the F smash execution.
Ah, gotcha.
Like it was just a misexecution situation from Razin. Bombastic wasn't able to find the answer necessarily.
No, absolutely
Just
not.
converted really well off of the mistake.
At 100 and this is getting so ridiculously high in terms of percentages on both sides, but finally Bombastic is going to be the one to take a stock here. Just ducks under that back air, by the way.
I always love when players utilize their duck animations well.
Oh, it's so cool. There's so many characters in this game with a duck that can just low profile.
Yeah.
But then you have a couple characters that when they try to duck, they're like, yeah, I'm going to lose 6 inches and that's it. Like, shout out to Sephiroth. Why does Sephiroth have to be bad, man?
I think he's pretty good.
He's pretty bad.
I think the problem is he's hard.
Yeah.
So it's like not worth the time to play like a low high tier, high mid tier.
True. We have another game beginning in the bottom right side of the screen. OPZ, Nasto. Nesto. What? No. Nesto. It's too small. And I don't know this person's name by heart, so we might have to make this one larger.
Steve Uppy is
No, okay.
Yo, Chug got this training mode in the top left. Let's go, Skms.
Skms. SKMZ. I like these 4-letter tags that are, like, obviously, you have no idea how to pronounce it, how it's meant to be pronounced because you don't know what, like, to fill it in with vowel-wise. So I just get to say 4 letters.
What do you think the acronym for SKMZ is?
I got no idea. I got no clue.
Chad, I want to hear what you guys have to say. I'm going to check
Yeah,
in
I
like,
wanna hear it.
I'm going to give you all 30 seconds to come up with one. I'm going to check and see what you think of. For SKMZ, what does this tag mean? But in the meantime, on the bottom right, Nesto and OpZ continuing to slug at each other. A minute and a half in, and 3 stocks have already been taken.
Yep, down goes the wall. Through goes the laser for a little bit of extra damage onto this Steve, but
Someone in chat
nice.
said, Steve detected.
Steve, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm glad your Steve detector's working, chat. See, I have a Steve detector too. They're called my eyes. That was mean.
Bro,
I'm
why-
sorry,
why you
chat.
gotta do
I'm
chat like
sorry.
that?
I'm sorry, chat. That
What
was
did
mean. I apologize.
What did chat do to you?
They burned my house down.
Probably deserved it.
Yeah, probably.
Chat knows what they're doing.
All right. Either way, though, OPZ has done a really good job of maintaining this lead so far. And all right, a back air with a diamond pickaxe. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how heavy Rob is. That's a back air with a diamond pickaxe. Now, over on the other PS2 match that's currently happening, LeBlanc and SKMZ. It's a Terry. It's a Samus. It's Terry. It's a Samus.
He's got
Go
go
is
meter,
active.
though.
Yeah, Go is...
Doesn't even need it.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, but now that go meter, this is when it feels really bad because he's got go meter for this stock. Let's see if he uses it, though. So many Terrys are so reticent to use go because there's a lot of end lag on those moves. You have to be careful.
Obviously, yeah, you have to be really careful about it. But if they connect, oh my god, it's so worth it.
Oh boy,
it's
do they connect.
So much damage that gets just tagged on for very little effort, you know? Like
SKMZ's at kill percent.
Yeah, you are at kill percent. If a Buster Wolf connects right now, you're gone. You're gone. It's over. But it won't.
Same can be
Not
said with that. Going to close it out for SKMZ. LeBlanc now on a bit of a back foot. Okay.
Oh, no. All right, that was clean. That was clean. We'll take that. But this is so scary for LeBlanc now. Sheep versus Yash beginning on the stream right below that one, though. Bottom left. The villager, the Pokemon trainer. Very, very standard from what we get to see here. J-Joss Sparkle? Top right?
We are getting spoiled for choice right now.
Are you kidding? Why isn't this on mainstream?
Yeah, what kind of nonsense are they doing on mainstream?
They're doing Terra Chronos. That makes sense.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay, fair enough.
I get it. I understand.
What more for us? J-Joss Sparkle, that's
yes,
the hot
dude,
one.
I love both of these players so much.
Let's not lose track of any of these other players. In the meantime, LeBlanc and SKMZ are on their last stocks. Go meter online for LeBlanc, but also a significant percent deficit, and I haven't seen those go moves be a threat yet.
No, not yet. He hasn't really found a way to confirm into any of them. And that's something that you see Riddles is so good at, right? One of the few Terry players that I've seen able to consistently combo into those go moves, particularly the Buster Wolf. But this time around, SKMZ just way more effective in the usage of Samish's kit.
Absolutely. And now we've got two more great games going on. Sheep, Yash, as well as Opzi and Nesto. Once again, Opzi doing a good job of playing that advantage, mining so heavily, and the setups at the ledge. And now you've got Diamond.
That was like an absurdly good recovery there from Nesto to just avoid a lot of offstage pressure from Opzi. But right now, it kind of just doesn't matter. He's just going to take you off the top for 60% and then
you see how
tack on another 40 because
he needs it.
Yeah.
Did you see how well Opzi altered the combo there? Obviously, those block combos are not the hardest thing, but recognized immediately that the pickaxe had broken, or excuse me, the axe had broken, and that they had to
use the fist.
They had to do it a little bit differently, place the blocks a little differently to keep the combo going. Really good awareness there.
Genuinely very good awareness, but you can't just jump like that. The back air is going to connect.
So at the same time, what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, roll, maybe?
Either way, did not work out very well for Opzi in that game. Game number 3, however, could be a different story. Speaking of different stories in future games, LeBlanc switching to the Young Link.
Yeah, shout out to Ocarina of Time.
Big fan. I actually have an Ocarina.
Really?
I'm really bad at playing it.
That's okay. I'm bad at playing every instrument, probably including an Ocarina.
Ocarinas are really fun. The problem with learning to play Ocarina, and the reason I'm not too good at it, is I used to live in an apartment, and I couldn't practice it because if you play a note wrong on an Ocarina, it just sounds awful.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like that shrill recorder sound?
Yes.
It's even worse than that.
Worse than that?
Yeah, because even like the normal tone of an ocarina is kind of shrill. So when you get like a messed up ocarina tone, it's just awful.
Yeah, that is a little bit tough. Yeah.
You know what's not so awful here is Sheep's ledge trapping on the bottom left.
Yeah.
Got to watch out. Can't roll in, giving Sheep so many opportunities here. Unfortunately, the jab down smash not convert. So hard to do, but great recovery.
Gets back to stage. Takes a little bit extra damage from that flamethrower, and now, are you going to be able to get back here, Sheep?
Yeah, the shoe is on the other foot. Goes to the neutral get up. Fair going to reset things. Watch out for that Lloyd rocket.
Oh, you need something. You need it. You need something, and you need it quick.
Setups. Okay, good stuff from Yash, managing to get past that.
Ooh.
And there it is.
Wow, all right, Sheep, there we go.
Wow.
We'll take that.
Tremendous
Take that
stuff
for
from
sure.
Sheep. Managed to close that out, played super patient, and gets rewarded for it with the first game in the set.
Absolutely. Very, very well done. Now, all right, can we talk about JJ Sparkle now?
Yeah, we can talk about JJ Sparkle.
Okay, we can talk about JJ Sparkle now. It's Kirby. It's Hero. It's two of Oregon's best players. Sparkle's ranked #1 right now. JJ's obviously been the sleeping giant of this region for ages, right? Like, everybody knows how good he is, but he doesn't show up to very much. But when he does, oh my, when he does.
I think you mean for Aegis,
What?
right?
I said ages.
No, you're thinking of Aegis, like Pyra Mythra.
No. He doesn't show up.
So yeah, JJ.
We're just thinking of two different words.
Well, I'm just trying to be helpful here. So, JJ currently struggling in the corner, manages to get out, but Sparkle pretty firmly in the driver's seat at the end of this game. But we've seen what happens when you think you're in the driver's seat against JJ. That's what I'm talking about. Every time you think you have the advantage, somehow Sparkle, JJ finds the way.
Yeah, that was an absolutely absurd clutch from JJ. He was at 145 on Kirby. How do you leap to 145 on Kirby?
Yeah, for real. I don't know how this man does it, but somehow he just will not die in any matchup.
LeBlanc claps back, by the way, taking game 2 against SKMZ. The young Link will do it.
I still want to know what that stands for. Is it like TMZ, but with an SK at the beginning?
I-
I also don't know what TMZ stands for.
That's like... Yeah, I don't know what TMZ is.
I'll have to do some research later.
Terra took game 3 over Kronos.
Wow.
Damn. Let's go.
Good stuff to Terra. And speaking
Oh, it
of
sounds like
taking
this audio.
games,
Ugh.
OpZ taking it 3-0 over Nesto. Going to be
That's
moving on.
kind of tough.
Shout out to my main man, Steve. I do love that end screen, though.
It's very funny. Build a house on him.
Build a house on him. And now we've just got Sheep and Yash going. We got a little bit of an audio glitch going on the JJ Sparkle set, so that's why we've got to pause there. But
Yep.
production, as always, going to figure it out like they do. So give them a second there. Meanwhile, LeBlanc SKMZ going to be starting their game number 2. But let's take a look at this Sheep Yash game real quick.
Yash off to a pretty quick early lead, but 138% on this Zard. Could change very... Yeah, just like that. Just like that.
Yeah, if you don't know those setups from Sheep, they will take them all the way to the bank.
Yeah, they'll mess you up real good for that one. Now, just getting back to stage. This Squirtle is going to be a whole lot harder to deal with. Obviously, we were talking about it earlier when Yash was playing. I don't remember the name of the Sonic player off the top of my head, but no, sorry, it was Despa who was playing the Sonic.
Yeah, Despo was playing Sonic.
But he basically stayed in Squirtle the whole time, just because you can keep up with that character so much more effectively. But in this matchup, I'm a little bit less sure of why you would just stick with Squirtle.
Sometimes I feel like it becomes less a matter of what's the optimal Pokemon and more a matter of which one does my opponent struggle the most against.
Mm-hmm.
So if Yash feels like Sheep is having trouble against a specific Pokemon, might as well just stick it out and see what you can do with it until you get to like the really high percents.
Yeah, very possible that is what's happening here.
Now, however, going to
Zard.
the Charizard, this is a situation where finally it can feel like Sheep has the advantage in neutral.
Ooh.
Not gonna be it. Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
Just
Seismic
barely.
Toss. Dude, I think Seismic Toss is like so cool as a throw in this game. Like, I'm so happy they gave him Seismic Toss. That's what I'm getting at here.
Yeah, it's a really cool move. Those kinds of moves in general, and especially when you hit them with the parcel pending, with the
Yeah.
doubles, C4.
Yeah.
I love those kinds of interactions. And while we've been talking about this, I just noticed another game, JJ versus Sparkle in the top right,
Yep.
is starting to come to a close. And as I say it, no, wait, not quite.
Not yet, not yet. Very close. He had the psych up to
And
work,
there
but
we
that
go.
should do it, though.
Yeah.
Sparkle clapping back after a frustrating game 1 loss. Evening this up at 1 apiece.
Now let's see if Yash can do the same thing against Sheep and even it up to 1 apiece. Has the percent advantage and the stage control. Patience from Sheep. Get up, Nair ends up working out, and now the Lloyd is scouting out those get up options.
Yep. Yeah, but Yash does a really good job of waiting them out and being very patient here. Squirtle needs to get back into a spot where neutral is the option here. Finally getting an engagement here, staying under the platform. This is Ivy's territory. Right here, right now.
Oh, yes it is.
What a good
Oh
vine
my
whip.
goodness, that angle.
That was nasty. Genuinely nasty.
I thought Sheep survived that.
LeBlanc wins game 3, by the way.
And that was
Oh
such a close
my.
game from Sheep and Yash.
That was a pretty
Like,
dominant first stock.
Forget
from
like a
Asia.
1% difference, you would have survived. That was like a 0.1% difference. And you
Oh
would've
no,
survived.
no!
Oh,
sucking
you
cuck.
let it be
Not
him.
the sucking cuck.
Sparkle let it be him.
He
And
does
now-
not care who you are. He does not care where you are from.
You will get sucked, and you will get cucked.
Do you recall the score on the top left? Is it 2-1
I believe
now?
it's 2-1 in LeBlanc's favor.
Okay, that's what I thought as well. Just wanted to confirm.
Yeah. That's not going to kill, but that is going to be a lot of damage on the sleeping Kirby. And J-Jaw's kind of running away with this game so far, but anybody can bring it back. It can, like, Sparkle's more than capable of doing it.
Now's when you start fishing for Hocus Pocus.
I can see it.
You got to do it. I believe.
He landed one earlier, I think.
Come on.
He
Do
took
it,
a lot of
Sparkle.
damage.
You
He
know
took
you
a
want
lot
to.
of damage from that fireball, though. This is
a
dangerous
really tough
territory.
situation.
132%. That's still
Is
not
he
enough to
fishing?
kill.
I think he might be fishing for it.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, now he got the stock. He might be thinking twice.
Uh-oh.
No, you're fine. Okay.
Cannot believe he did it.
Okay,
read that.
J-Jaw.
Okay, so Zoom works in a really weird way, right? On each stage, I believe, I could have the numbers wrong here, but on each stage, I believe there are 8 different positions where Hero can land, and J-Jaw just happened to predict the correct one at the exact right time. That was beautiful from J-Jaw. Like, I can't.
Yeah, that was just my man got the RNG when he needed it the most.
Yep.
And the thing with Kirby is you can't really cover multiple of those because you're too slow.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
with the instant shield break and the buffs getting started from Sparkle, but only able to get 21.
yeah, not able to convert a ton out off the back of that shield break, unfortunately.
That's really unfortunate for Sparkle, especially when you're in this position in the set.
All right, Zoom once again. Tried to, you'll see right there, J-Jaw tried to go for a read just to find the Zoom on the way down, but wasn't one of those 8 spots this time. Ooh, good crackle. No follow-up on that, though.
Yeah, J-Jaw actually swinging out with a fair. You don't see that very often from those. Usually it's an air dodge
Nice
or
down
an
smash.
up B. Bounce not going to do
Yeah,
much.
does Bounce do anything in this matchup?
That felt like a muscle memory input.
Yeah, maybe. I'll ask Sparkle later, I think. Okay. Kronos versus Terra is a banger behind us, by the way. Literally last stock, last hit, game 5.
Sparkle is so good at utilizing that menu off stage. Really impressed with the way he's able to recover and simultaneously flip through menu options. Meanwhile, the crowd is losing their minds behind us.
I gotta know who wins this. I'm looking over my shoulder.
Yeah, we'll keep y'all updated, chat.
Yeah.
In the meantime, J-Jaw taking the first stock from Sparkle, evening things up, and now getting these early combos to actually eke out a slight lead.
Terra does it. Oh my god. That's impressive. That's a good win for Terra.
And great stuff to Terra. Gonna move on the winner's side of the bracket. Meanwhile, we got 6 hopefuls over here, all trying to move on themselves. LeBlanc taking it, actually, in that moment, 3-1 over SKMZ.
Now, down to Yash versus Sheep because this game looks like it could be ending at any moment here. Yash is in a little bit of a disadvantaged spot right now, but any good opening here in Sheep could be gone for the game. Down
Can
they
you
go.
get back? You have to be so scared of that
Oh.
down air. What?
That
That's
is not the option I would have gone for, but all right.
Yeah, that was an interesting punish choice. I'm not sure. Maybe Yash just wasn't quite ready. But whatever that. Oh, that'll do it though.
Nice Sparkle.
Gets scooped.
Finally, and Yash is going to take game 3 of that set, 2-1 Yash. But now going back to J-Jaw versus Sparkle. While we were gone, all right, while we were gone, the Sparkle took a stock, but as soon as we come back, J-Jaw evens up the engagement here. But it has to be so, this has to be so
Oh,
decisive.
is that it?
Is that it? Is
That's
that it?
it?
No way! No way!
And J-Jaw takes it over Sparkle
Yeah, that's
3-1.
2 games that J-Jaw was able to take off the bottom with those down airs.
And that just leaves one game on our docket at the moment. Yash versus Sheep. 2 games to 1 right now. Can Sheep bring it back in this set, or is this the end of the road?
It could very well be the end of the road here. But anyway, going forward,
You can see how
That'd be
patient
pretty
Sheep
interesting.
is off the opening, and you have to be. Against Squirtle, there's just so much that can go
Yep.
wrong right now.
there's a lot of things that could go wrong. Yeah, you're a very light character. You could die very early. However, like, it really depends on how scared you are because, you know, Isabelle's not a character with a ton of options to take you out super early, but Sheep's pretty good at this character. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. Sheep is one of the most knowledgeable Isabelle players I'm aware of, which, to be fair, there are not many Isabelle players. But I've had some pretty good talks with Sheep about stages, for example, and how important they are for the character, the way Fishing Rod interacts with all of the ledges. So Sheep is very aware of the matchups and what they have to do in those different matchups to win. And we can see just how well that's been serving them throughout this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, the call out.
Wow!
Sheep.
All right, Sheep. There we go.
Dash back F smash. Look, we're in 2018 right now. And on Isabelle of all carry. Oh,
Whoa! All right.
okay. Oh,
That
I
works.
see you,
That's
Sheep.
one way to get back to stage. Does get a little bit punished by a down air, but no follow-up from Yash there.
Sheep making that fishing rod so threatening for Yash. Look how far away Yash has to play.
He's got to get something done here. Sheep's at 108%. This stock can disappear at any moment here. You have to consider going to Charizard, right? There we go.
Sheep's just waiting. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness,
just
Sheep
waiting.
is waiting.
So much pressure just standing under that shield.
Can't spot dodge that F smash. It's just a little bit too long.
Ever so slightly.
But Sheep looks so in control of this game 3. I don't know what the
There
adaptation
we go.
was, but my goodness, is it
Don't
working?
go Squirtle. Why are you going Squirtle? Get off of Squirtle as soon as possible.
I feel like this is a high risk, high reward because Yash wants the early percent combo,
It's too much risk. But
but that's the thing. Once
it's
you get it,
27. It's not much. If he can get another one, maybe. But like,
it's,
all right, I'll shut up. I'll shut up. My fault.
Yeah.
My fault. My fault. My fault. My fault. My fault. My fault.
Yeah, Yash is like, no, watch this.
Yeah, there we go. You know what? 44% is a respectable amount to tack on, and you didn't take damage during any of that, so we'll take it. I genuinely was so scared that Squirtle was just gonna die. Because I've seen that happen too many times.
Sheep barely missing that jab down smash window. Oh, you can't drop
Nope.
shield like that.
Nope.
And then the up throw, DI mix up, and I don't know if it mattered anyway. Now
What?
going
That's the
around the
second time
world.
that's happened.
Sheep has done that to me in bracket. It feels so bad.
It's really funny. It is genuinely
Especially
very funny.
on Smashville. It's such an easy setup. I love that. 'Cause you have to jump over it, and by the time you jump over it, you don't have time to set up your ledge trap.
Yep.
It's a really good option that Sheep uses really well, and continuing to show so much
Uh-oh.
control. What's the combo? Okay, nothing crazy.
No combo. I genuinely thought the game was going to be over there. Oh my!
I was so ready for Yash to get grabbed by that. I think it prioritizes the ledge, though,
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
because there is a priority system on that move. Ooh, doesn't matter, though. Hitting the gyro. Can you get the down smash? Yes, you can.
Nicely done. And now game 5.
And Sheep takes it 2-2. All of a sudden, Yash a little bit on the back foot here. That looked pretty solid from Sheep.
He does have a stage choice, though, Yash.
Yes, that
So-
is true. Sheep still has to get across the whatever
Finish
stage
line,
Yash
yeah.
chooses. And one thing that could be key here, I don't know which stages it is, but there are certain stages that the fishing rod does not work properly over the ledge. I don't think Yash knows them either, just going for the run back.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a matchup most people are familiar with. So
for sure.
it's a little bit difficult sometimes running into a character specialist of someone that's like so ridiculously obscure to the point where it's like, what do I do? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Oh, I'm dead.
For real. And with a character with 80 plus, or excuse me, a game with 80 plus characters in it,
That's really difficult.
Shout
outs to this song, by the way.
It's-
I love this song.
sometimes it's just such a feel-based game, right?
This is like this is a song that played in like one of the first levels of Subspace Emissary back in Brawl.
Yeah, it's a great song.
I love Brawl so much. That game makes me happy.
Subspace is one of the best single-player modes of all time.
I agree.
Ooh, that water. That's an interesting one. The water gun from Isabelle. Yeah, she just gets rid of it.
Yeah,
I think Sheep is more interested in the pocket ability itself rather than what is being pocketed in this matchup.
I mean, against Squirtle, sure. Against Ivy, throwing back a rather quick Razor Leaf, not a bad idea at all. Especially like considering like when you're already putting on so much range pressure, it's really nice to just mitigate a little bit of Ivy's while also just giving yourself a little opening. That was a really good jar, by the way.
Yeah, and speaking of things that were really good, did you see Sheep's recovery a second ago?
Yes.
The up B around that Nair was so well spaced
Yeah, it
to
was
get
super
back
well
to
done.
stage. Vine Whip, nothing you can do about that. 84%, this is starting to get a little scary for Sheep. You got to close out the stock before it gets away from you. However, 117, the same can be said for Yash, keeping it real close right now.
Very, very close. Literally within inches of each other as it stands, but Sheep just holds shield for a little bit too long, and Yash goes, all right, I'll grab that. Why not? The Nair connects. Good tech from Sheep. Gets back to the stage eventually, but man, this Ivy, everybody's fragile right now. I mean, I would personally consider going to Charizard at this point.
Ooh, great awareness from
Yep.
Yash, knowing how to get rid of that. However, it's only going to take 2 seconds for Sheep to set up another one.
Yep.
Choosing not to do it there, going for the quick edge guard. However, not able to get it. Can you get off the ledge against Charizard?
You're
though?
dead.
Nope.
You're dead. Good grab there from Yash. But
That's-
you got to stay on Zard, right?
Hit him with a
you
yeet.
do not go Squirtle. Do not go Squirtle.
I feel like
Just let the next stock start with Squirtle. Just don't swap.
I don't think there's any reason to go Squirtle because Yash has the lead right now. There's no risk that needs to be taken. Now Lloyd is back in the corner. Can Sheep set anything up with that? Really got to get this kill off quickly. And this Charizard has proven to be a bit of a menace.
Yeah, ever so slightly. Just staying alive for a very long time. He is a heavy after all, but just even more annoying than usual somehow.
The patience from both of these players. Yash has recognized that regular throws are not a threat. Just waiting for that fishing rod. You can shield that. It is a hit grab, not a command grab. Makes a huge difference in this matchup. Imagine
There's
if
a
that
grab,
was
though.
a command grab.
Imagine, dude, if that was a command grab, I genuinely think you could probably move Isabelle up like 10 spots in the tier list.
I'd say more than 10. That'd be
You think
huge.
more than 10?
Not being able to shield that thing would make it such a threat in neutral.
All right, I can see it.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
those jab
Uh-oh.
resets, though.
Yep, good jab block.
Unfortunate for Sheep. However, Yash now finally in that position that he wants to be in, and the onus is on Sheep to do something about it. We've seen them come back from worse, but is this their moment, or is it time to go home?
They're on their last stocks, and you can see so far they've just been playing so ridiculously carefully. But against Squirtle, you have to like try to find any opening you can, right? It's at 47% on the second stock. You need to find something.
The throw armor to get
That was
through
absurd.
the Lloyd?
That was genuinely absurd.
There's no way they planned that, right? Like, that just happened.
No, absolutely not.
Or is it like footstools, where every time it was on purpose?
Every time. Yeah.
Okay, good
86%.
Vine Whip from Yash. However, Sheep's got an opportunity to
Ooh,
close
Sheep.
out the stock. But you got to
Yeah.
kill the Charizard quickly, which was a big problem last time.
Yeah, Sheep can absolutely take this to a final stock game. Final stock, final game of the set. Very exciting.
Yes, such a close match here. Okay, no punish, however, not getting scammed by that. Manages to DI out away from the first back air, but a second one is there for your troubles. Able to come back as well because Isabel got clipped, not just the balloons.
Yeah, absolutely. 130% now on Yash. More than capable of ending
And
this
there
game
it
right
is.
here, but that stock is fragile, even if you are that heavy. 130 is plenty. Now, can this Squirtle close it out, or can Sheep clutch up?
95%, and you're off stage against Ivysaur. Great high recovery, and able to get something off of it as well. And the mix-up, it's still going. And the patience waiting for the switch. No two-frame there. I saw Sheep moving in the chair and still going. Yash is stuck in the corner right now.
Stuck in the corner, but finally gets over. Is the back air enough?
No, still
not
alive.
yet, not yet, not
Air
yet.
dodge in.
It's
It is
so
not over.
close. The fishing pole to get back to the stage is so
That
good.
might be no.
Oh, it finally is enough, and Yash is going to take the set 3-2 in the end. It finally happened. But what a fantastic showing from Sheep. But with that set, nobody else is being sent back here, and I believe that means it's time to sign off, my friend.
Indeed. It has been an absolute pleasure as always. Always love commentating you with my guy. I'm sure we'll see it. We'll get a chance to do a run back sometime soon, possibly even later today. I don't know. Maybe check the mainstream later. We gotta have a fun time coming up. But it's been absolute blast. Thank you all for having us. My man Gedster here. I'm Lentini. You can see both of our socials. How do I? That way. There we go. The socials on the screen right there. Hit us up if you like it. Shout out to my man in the back. Everybody, stick around for the rest of this bracket. It's going to be a great one, and we'll see you there.